Aloha and welcome to the joint hearing of the Senate Committees on Government Operations and Education. Today is Wednesday, March 24th, 3 o'clock p.m. We are in conference room 229 with members of the committees and public joining remotely via video conference. I'm Sharon Moriwaki, Chair of the Government Operations Committee, and joining me are members, Vice Chair Dela Cruz, Senator Gabbard, and Senator Favela. And also the Chair of the Education Committee, Senator Michelle Kadani. You want to introduce your members?
And with me to my right is Vice Chair Senator Donna Mercado Kim, and virtually we have Senator Dela Cruz as well as Senator Favela, and also just joining us is Senator Drew Kanuha. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. This hearing, some announcements. This hearing is being streamed live on YouTube. You can find links to viewing options for all Senate meetings on live and on-demand video on the legislative website. In the unlikely event that we encounter major technical difficulties during the hearing and must end it abruptly, the committee will reconvene to discuss any outstanding business on Thursday at 3 o'clock p.m. 3:25 at 3 p.m. To accommodate everyone who registered to testify remotely, we will be limiting testimony to 2 minutes. So we have two resolutions up today. The first is SCR 154, Senate Resolution 119, encouraging the governor to maintain teachers as essential workers during a pandemic when contemplating emergency furloughs and layoffs. I don't think we have anybody testifying on Zoom. However, we do have written testimony from HGEA with comments, Mike Goloyu with Senior, an individual in support, and two other individuals in support. There's no one to ask questions, so any comments, members? Okay, we'll move on to SCR 155, Senate Resolution 120, requesting the auditor to audit the Department of Education Office of Curriculum and Instructional Design. Testifying remotely is the Department of Education Office of Curriculum and Instructional Design and Support. Do we have someone? Oh, I see.
Aloha, this is Deputy Superintendent Phyllis Nubasami for the Department of Education. We'd like to stand in support of SCR 155. We welcome the audit. The department is currently revisiting its curriculum management and instructional materials approval processes, and hope that we clearly outline the roles and responsibilities for the tri-level, from the state level to the complex area to the school level, in decision-making around curricula. And so we stand in support, and I'm here to answer questions. Thank you.
Thank you. We do have testimony from two individuals, both in support, Kenneth Conklin and Cheryl B. Members, any questions? Okay, at this time, we will recess then for decision-making on these two measures. We are reconvening the 3 p.m. hearing of the joint hearing of Government Operations and Education Committees for decision-making on the first measure, SCR 154, SR 119, encouraging the governor to maintain teachers as essential workers during the pandemic when contemplating emergency furloughs and layoffs. The chairs recommend that we pass with amendments based on the HGEA testimony that many hands keep our keiki safe beyond the teachers as frontline workers. The recommendation is to add to the teachers and all other school level personnel, and making that amendment throughout the resolution where teachers appears. Members, any questions, comments? Okay, so the Government Operations Committee, the recommendation is to pass with amendments. Chair votes aye. Vice Chair Dela Cruz?
Okay, so this is SCR 154, SR 1119. Recommendation is to pass with amendments. Chair votes aye, Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Chang.
Right?
Senator Gephardt.
Aye.
Senator Favela.
Aye.
Okay, Senator Chang. Excuse.
Excused.
Did he freeze?
Okay, Chair Kidani.
Yeah, recommendation
Oh,
adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the Education Committee, same recommendation to pass with amendments, SCR 154, SR 119. Chair votes aye.
Chair votes aye on SR 119 and SCR 154.
No.
Vice Chair votes aye.
No.
Pass with amendments. Senator Dela Cruz,
No?
Aye.
Senator Kanuha,
Aye.
Senator Favela.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Madam Chair, 5 members, all present, voting in affirmative. Recommendations adopted.
Thank you.
On SCR 155, SR 120, requesting the auditor to conduct a performance audit of the Department of Education Office of Curriculum and Instructional Design. The chairs recommend that we pass this, as is. Chair votes aye. Senator Dela Cruz for Government Operations Committee.
Okay, with 4 members present, any reservations, any objections, recommendation
Thank you. Chair Kidani.
adopted.
For the Committee on Education, the same recommendation is to pass SCR 155 and SR 120 as is. Chair votes aye.
Chair votes aye on SCR 155 and SR 120, pass as is. Of the 5 members present, any members voting with reservations, any members voting in opposition? Hearing none, both measures are adopted, Madam Chair.
Thank you, everyone, for your participation. There being no other business, this hearing is adjourned.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us for the 3:05 p.m. agenda on the Committee of Education. This is Wednesday, March 24th. We are in conference room 229. This meeting, including the audio and video of remote participants, is being streamed live on YouTube. You will find links to viewing options for all Senate meetings on the live and on-demand video page of the legislature's website. This Zoom meeting and YouTube live stream event will include the 3:05 agenda for the Committee on Education. In the unlikely event that we have to abruptly end this hearing due to major technical difficulties, the committee will reconvene to discuss any outstanding business on Monday, March 29 at 3:00 p.m., and a public notice will be posted on the legislature's website. I'd like to take this time to remind our testifiers that due to time restrictions on our hearings, we will be limiting testimony to 1 minute per testifier per bill. For the people participating remotely, all testifier audio will be muted and video disabled until shortly before it is your turn to testify. When I call your name, staff will unmute you and your time will begin. After your minute is completed, staff will mute you so that we can move this hearing along in an orderly and efficient manner. Thank you. All righty, we are hearing House Bill 225, House Draft 2, relating to bullying, requires the Board of Education to develop a bullying prevention and response action plan, requires the Board of Education to report annually to the legislature. And we have two testimonies, one from Department of Education, Heidi Armstrong. Heidi, please.
Hi, good afternoon, Chair Kidani and Vice Chair Kim. My name is Heidi Armstrong, Department of Education, testifying on behalf of Superintendent Kishimoto. The department stands on its written testimony offering comments on HB 225 House Draft 2, and I'm happy to answer any questions regarding our comments. Thank you for this opportunity to testify.
Thank you, Heidi. Our next testifier is Julie Reyes Oda. Is Julie there?
Hi, I'm here.
Julie, go ahead, please.
Hi, my name is Julie Reyes Oda. I'm a math teacher at Nanakuli High and a public school mom. I'm providing comment. I want to make sure that the bill explicitly includes employees who may be bullied by a student, volunteer, or employee that may create an intimidating, threatening, or abusive working environment for the recipient. Students are not the only ones who are victims. Anyone should feel safe on a Hawaii public school campus. Employees who are victims face the same trauma, harm to their emotional, psychological, or physical well-being, coercion, and intimidation. How do we raise kids who don't bully others? The old adage is actions speak louder than words. Showing kids that you can't bully, harass, and retaliate against one group but not another will show that. What I'm asking would include just adding a few words to this bill, but what we have done is create parity with the effects of bullying does to the victim. That is what I thought this bill was telling me. Including the employees would fix the inequities of the system that allow a previously unheard group of voices to be heard. I am not a victim, but I've heard many employees who have faced intimidating, threatening, and abusive working environments on Hawaii school campuses. Senators, don't you want to know about them? The department does not. Please don't let those voices go unheard. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Members, that concludes the testimony for this measure. I'm going to call a recess for decision making. Thank you. We are reconvening the Committee on Education 3:05 p.m. agenda on House Bill 225 HD2 relating to bullying. The recommendation of the chair is going to pass with amendments to defect the date. We are also going to include in the committee report that, as the previous testifier said, that this bullying is not just for students, but also for the Department of Education employees. Members, questions? Okay, if not, so we are passing with amendments defecting the date to July 1st, 2050. Questions, members? If not, to pass with amendments, House Bill 225 HD2, chair votes aye.
Chair votes aye. Of the 5 members present, I believe all members are still present. Senator okay, I'll take the roll. Vice Chair votes aye. Senator De La Cruz? Senator Kanuha?
Aye.
Senator Favela?
Aye.
Okay, Senator De La Cruz, excused. 4 members voting in the affirmative, 1 excused. Recommendations adopted.
Thank you. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you for joining us. This is a Committee on Education, Wednesday, March 24th, the 3:15 agenda in Conference Room 229. We have one item on this agenda, which is House Bill 608 HD2 relating to the Board of Education. Requires the Board of Education to hold no less than 6 community forums annually with at least 1 forum in each county. Requires the board to include an open forum for public comments on non-agenda items. Requires a report to the legislature on implementing open forums. Also eliminates the superintendent of education as a voting member constituting the public employer for the purpose of negotiating a collective bargaining agreement with personnel of the Department of Education. To testify on the Board of the Department of Education, Cynthia Covell, please.
Aloha, good afternoon, Chikadani, Vice Chair Mercado Kim, and committee members. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. I just would like to state that the department respectfully opposes this particular Part 2 of this bill with regard to the collective bargaining agreement. As you know, bargaining unit 5 with the teachers and bargaining unit 6 with our educational officers make up a large percentage of our employees. Eliminating the superintendent from the collective bargaining team and the table will have negative consequences and is not consistent with the manner in which the other bargaining units and their employers operate during collective bargaining. The superintendent does provide fundamental operational oversight at the bargaining table that impacts our employees. Because working conditions, wages, and hours are subject to negotiation, these things all apply as well to the operations of the Department of Education. The department strongly believes that the best option is to maintain the current language of 89-6 and allow for the superintendent to have a seat at the table and a vote with her voice. Mahalo.
Thank you. We also have written testimony from Office of Information Practices, giving comments, testimony from League of Women Voters of Hawaii in opposition, and an individual, Susan Piccola Davis, in support. We have no other testifiers, and we will go into recess for decision-making. Reconvening the Committee on Education 315 agenda. The recommendation of the committee will be to pass with amendments House Bill 608 HD2, inserting the proposed SD1, which the title does conform as it is broad relating to the Board of Education, as noted in one of the testifiers, but again, the title does say relating to the Board of Education. So, recommendation of the chair is to pass out HB 608 HD2 with amendments, inserting a proposed SD1. Members, questions? If not, chair votes aye.
Chair votes aye on House Bill 608, House Draft 2. Who do I have? Vice Chair votes aye. Senator De La Cruz? Excuse, Senator Kanuha.
Aye.
Senator Favela.
Aye.
Okay, 4 members voting in the affirmative, 1 excused, measures adopted.
Thank you. This concludes the hearing on the Committee on Education. Thank you.